All right. I believe we are streaming live to YouTube, everyone. Thank y'all for joining us today. Of course, it is BET Talks. And I know we spoil y'all because sometimes we're on Facebook Live, and today we are on YouTube. All right. So we're excited. Why are we excited? Because it's BET Talks. All right. What can I say? And just in advance, before we introduce our host, Jay Olivia, certainly wanted me to remind you that she started back at work in New York. And so she's sad that she can't join us on Saturdays, but we're extremely proud of her. Again, she's a college student who's doing great things, and we're proud of her for working. That's what you're supposed to do. So don't worry about it, Jay Olivia. You know, you got a good co-host in Brandon. And then, of course, Nadir and Kyle jumping on, and, other people. So we got you covered. All right. But BET Talks, hey, we need to take a vote from y'all too. So in YouTube or chat, and if you haven't had my number, I dare you to text me. So BET Talks has been going on for almost a year. July will be 1 full year. So my question to you is, do we take a summer break? Do we keep going? All right, just need some thoughts. Of course, there's always things going on, always things to talk about. Every good TV show sometimes seems like it takes a break just to tease people. But I need to know what y'all think, especially y'all young people. So, Brandon, as you introduce yourself today, all right, talk about your experience as the BET Talks host and tell us, what are your thoughts about physical activity in sports? And then also tell us what's your thoughts about continuing every Saturday, taking a break for a little bit. What do you think, Brandon? Introduce yourself. Tell them who you are.
Hi everybody, my name is Brandon. I'm your host for BET Talks. And what else about me? I'm soon to be graduate, going in my first year of high school. And you said about physical activity. Physical activity to me, I feel like for everybody, is a very important piece of everybody's lives. I think that everyone should take at least an hour of their day to do something physical with their bodies, at least going for a walk or going outside. You should try to go outside or aim to go outside every day. Just try to get in some fresh air and not be cooped up in the house every day. And as far as BT Talks, um, I think it'd be good to have a summer break because, you know, we've been doing this for about a year now. And like you said, every show has its season finale. So I think we should do a summer break and just come back next fall. Am I good?
Oh, yeah, I couldn't tell if you were still going or what. I didn't want to cut you off. All right. So there you go. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from Brandon first. All right. And we may work towards that. If we do a finale, though, that means we have to do it within the next show or two. So, giving you early heads up, folks, we know that many children graduate around the 11th. So that makes the 12th a BET Talk show, which we plan to do an outdoor graduation for all of our BET graduates from 5th grade, 8th grade, 12th grade, maybe even college. All right. Then that following week, well, people don't do a whole lot for Father's Day. All right. We got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. All right. And then June 5th. So we'll figure it out by today what our topic will be for next week, and then let you guys know what the plan is in terms of BET Talks and its summer plans and its restart for next season, if that's what we choose to do. In the meantime, back to physical activity and sports. You're right, Brandon. It is extremely, extremely, extremely important that we move. And sports, many people play sports too, just to keep things going. Do you play any sports, Brandon?
Nah, I'm not a sports person.
He said I'm not a sports person. Before we turn it over to Christine, we're gonna find out from a couple of people on here. Kyle, Nadir, what do y'all think about physical activity and sports?
I think it's important. It helps you stay in shape. It's a good way. It's also a good way to have fun. Just by playing sports and practicing, it's a lot of fun.
Okay, all right. Do you play any sports? And if so, what's your favorite?
Yeah, I play baseball and basketball, and I would say that. Oh yeah, and soccer, and I would say that baseball is my favorite.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, and what's the training like for those? What's the physical activity like in those sports?
We have workouts and we also practice so we can get better at the sport. And we do a lot of running. And each practice, we have the coaches. They pick a specific part of our body and have us work on that. That way, each day, one part of our body gets stronger and better.
Can you actually tell a difference?
Yeah, especially when it comes to throwing the ball for baseball. When you start working on your arm and stuff, you can really tell that you're able to throw the ball farther, harder, and more accurate.
Okay. All right. Cool. What about you, Kyle? What you think about physical activity and/or sports?
I think it's really important, even though I don't participate in any physical activities or sports. But I do believe it's important. I do believe it's important to go on walks, as Brandon and Nadir said.
All right, cool. Anybody else want to chime in before we introduce Miss Christine? We give you about 4 seconds because you know TV shows, talk shows, Zoom shows, these platforms, we don't give much quiet space. Anyone else want to share their take on physical activity in sports? All right. With that in mind, I'm always excited to introduce this person to you because she's been a part of the BET family for a while, a part of the Logan School community. She is awesome. And whenever I think she's done the cooking show on here before. She brought some people to talk in about, health and COVID. And today she's going to talk to us about the importance of physical activity. If I'm not mistaken, this was National Physical Activity and Sports Month, I believe. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Miss Christine for those who haven't met her already. And if you could talk to us about physical activity, sports, and if we do celebrate it, in the month of May.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me on the show. I'm Miss Christine. I'm a health educator over at Albert Einstein Medical Center. And the month of May is Physical Activity and Sports Month. So we're going to talk about choose to be active. All right. And it doesn't just have to be sports. You can be active in other ways, which we're going to learn as well. And for the gentleman that said that their coach has them do different workouts, that's really important. And you'll see why. Okay. So what does it mean to be physically active? So other words for physical activity would be exercise and fitness, movement breaks. And what it means is to move the body that uses energy outside of your daily routine. Okay. So signs you are being physically active would include increase in heart rate, sweating, and breathing heavily. And you want to be physically active if you're a child, adolescent, or young adult for 60 minutes each day. Now, if you're an older adult, you only have to do 30 minutes, 5 days a week. So Brandon, thank you for telling me it's important to be active for 60 minutes a day, because it is. You don't have to do all 60 minutes at once. You could break it up into 3 20-minute sessions or 2 30-minute sessions based on how you want to choose to move. Some physical activity is better than none, and you'll realize why. Okay, so even if you can't get all 60 minutes in, if you make an effort to get at least 15 minutes in and slowly work up, that's huge. Being physical active has lots of benefits. Okay, it keeps us at a healthy weight, strengthens our hearts, strengthens our bones, and strengthens our muscles. So all of these reasons are important for us to move. Okay, being physically active throughout the day also allows you to focus longer. So you need to take movement breaks throughout the day, especially because we're in this virtual world and it becomes a little overwhelming. We're going to watch this quick video because I think she does a better job of explaining it than me. How to feel your heartbeat and why it's important to be physically active and what it actually does for your heart.
Hi guys, do you want to try something neat? Take these 2 fingers, now hold them on the side of your neck, right next to your throat. If you hold them still for just a moment, you'll start to feel something bumping around in there. That is your pulse, the feeling of blood moving through your body. And that means you're actually feeling your heart beating. Your heart is always beating all day and all night, even when you're asleep. It can never take a break because it has a very important job. It moves your blood all around your body. And your heart can do that because it's actually a muscle. You have muscles all over your body that help you move, like muscles in your legs that you can use to run and muscles in your jaw for chewing yummy food. But your heart is the hardest working muscle of them all. Now, make a fist with your hand. That's about how big your heart is. It may seem kind of small, but it's incredibly strong, and it's the constant squeezing of your heart muscle that keeps all that blood flowing. But why does your blood have to move around in the first place? Well, you can think of your blood as working kind of like a delivery truck. It carries lots of what your body needs in order to keep going, especially oxygen. You've probably heard of it before. Oxygen is the gas in the air that people and a lot of other animals need to live. When you breathe in, you're bringing oxygen into your lungs, and your blood is there to soak up all that oxygen, and with the help of your heart, send it all over your body, to your head and to your feet, and everywhere in between. As your blood gets pumped around, all of the different parts of your body take the oxygen from it, and they use it to do their jobs, whether that's making your leg muscles move so you can run, or helping your stomach take care of that sandwich you had for lunch. But your body also has a bunch of stuff that it needs to get rid of, especially a gas called carbon dioxide. So after your blood drops off its shipment of oxygen, it also picks up that waste and hauls it off. When your blood gets back to your heart, it gets pushed to the lungs once again, where the blood drops off the carbon dioxide and picks up more oxygen. So when you breathe in, you're breathing in oxygen that goes into your blood. And when you breathe out, you're breathing out the carbon dioxide that your body has gotten rid of. Now, it sounds like a long journey, but your heart can pump blood to every part of your body in less than 1 minute. And your heart beats at least 100,000 times every day. So at any point during your day, your heart is sending blood to your lungs and out to the rest of your body and back to your lungs again, all at once. That's some serious work. But have you ever noticed your heart beating faster when you've been running around for a while? That's your heart working extra hard. When you're running, jumping, and playing around, your body needs more oxygen and other nutrients to do that extra work. So your heart has to work harder to send all of those good things to the parts of your body that need them, and to get rid of all the extra waste. So the more you exercise your body, the more you exercise your heart. Now, who's up for some jumping jacks to get our hearts beating faster? And if there's something that you'd like to learn more about, just let
All right, no jumping jacks yet, but we will get there, I promise, okay? But our heart is so important, and the more you move your heart, okay, the better it is. Eating healthy and working out is gonna be so beneficial for your heart. And did you guys know that your heart beats that many times in one day?
That's a lot.
It's very impressive, okay? We want to take care of our heart. We actually only get one body to live in, so you want to make sure you keep it healthy and happy, for sure. So there's 3 types of activity, and I think this is why the coach has you do different movements, okay? The first is aerobic, okay? It gets your heart pumping, makes you breathe harder, gets your whole body moving, strengthens your heart and lungs. Adolescents, young adults, and children need at least 60 minutes 3 times a week of aerobic exercise, okay? Your body needs aerobic exercise 3 times a week for 60 minutes. Activities include jogging, jumping rope, dancing, riding a bike. Then your body needs muscle strengthening, okay? This is important for sports, okay? Make your muscles work harder than usual. That gets them stronger. So the more you use your muscles, like your heart, the stronger things become. Helps you do things you might not otherwise be able to do, like lifting heavy objects. Build muscle mass, which burns more calories than fat. So that's why it's important for you to keep a healthy weight. We have some. Oh, so we had a question. So muscle strengthening, you want to do 3 times a week for 60 minutes. And then things like that include sit-ups, okay, squats, climbing stairs, okay, so that's really important. And then bone strengthening is also an area that you want to make sure you get. And that put pressures on your bones, which helps to strengthen them, like running. As soon as your feet hit the ground, okay, you're really working your bones there. And it protects against osteoporosis, which is a disease that affects older people usually, where their bones become weak and brittle. So while you're young now, strengthen those bones. And again, you want to make sure that you do 3 times a week, 60 minutes. It seems like a lot, but you need to, keep lots of different kinds of activities for your body. And examples of that would be basketball, volleyball, running, jumping rope. So you want to make sure you switch up your routine. And it's also really important that you switch up your routine so that your muscles aren't trained and they get used to the same routine. You want to trick them a little bit, okay? So that they get stronger over time. What prevents us from being physically active? Does anybody have something that prevents them from being physically active? You can just call it out.
I'm just lazy.
Lazy. Okay. Thank you, Kyle, for being so honest.
I was going to use that word too. Thank you, Kyle.
Okay. And it might not be lazy. It might be that you just don't enjoy the activities that you're doing. Okay. So most people say time. Okay. Or I'm sorry, money. Most people say money. They don't have the money. They can't go to the gym, and that's understandable, but you can do low cost, no cost activities. Okay. Dancing doesn't cost anything, walking in the park. Okay. So there's lots of things that you can do that do not cost money. Okay?
Procrastination messes me up.
Yeah. Just don't like to work out. Okay. You just haven't found the activity that you enjoy doing. Okay. You should find something that you really love. Okay. So that it encourages you to work out every single day. And then time. A lot of people say there's just not enough time in the world to do certain things, which is true. Okay. I think Justin Bieber says time makes money, but money doesn't make time. Okay. So you have to find time for your body because your heart is extremely important. It needs healthy food and physical activity. So you need to dedicate at least 60 minutes a day for yourself, doing something. So these are some common chores, okay? Doing chores around the house can burn calories and get you closer to your movement goal. I'm going to show you an activity. You can call it out or you can type it in the chat. So you are going to tell me how much time you have to do that activity to burn 150 calories. Okay, walking 2 miles. How many minutes do you think you have to do that for?
That's right. Y'all come off mute. I want to hear y'all voice.
Carly Feraldo, I know you're on here too. How much time?
Is it 30 minutes?
It is 30 minutes. Good job. So 30 minutes of walking will burn 150 calories and it will get you closer to that 60-minute goal for the day. Washing windows and floors. Oh, this is great chores. Anybody know how long you have to wash windows and floors to burn 150 calories?
Probably around 60 minutes.
Yes, right on point. That must be a big house because I am not spending an hour washing windows and floors. That is my least favorite job. Okay, but you can burn lots of calories, and if it's 60 minutes, you met your physical activity goal for the day. Raking leaves. Raking leaves, 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes of raking leaves, okay? So you can help your community out by raking some leaves, burning some calories, and getting close to that 60 minutes. Gardening is 30 to 45 minutes. Will burn 150 calories. Gardening is a lot of work, but they're very beneficial. The up and down movement, okay, can be hard on people's bodies, but gardening can burn calories for you and can get you closer to your movement goal. Walking up steps. Anybody have an idea?
A half an hour?
Actually, it is only 15 minutes. Walking up steps is really good for you. It's free. Find some steps in your house, set a timer, and walk up and down them for 15 minutes. Then you burned 150 calories for the day, and it gets you that much closer to the hour movement goal. And then shoveling snow. If you're an older adult, you want to make sure that you're careful because snow's heavy, okay? And it can be very, a lot of older people can have heart attacks with the snow because they're just not used to using all of their muscles on a daily basis. Shoveling snow is another one that is only 15 minutes because it's very strenuous activity for your body. And then washing the car. Let's see, anybody know how long washing the car?
40 minutes.
Actually, 15 minutes washing the car. So have a car wash, okay? Raise money for a good cause and burn some calories and get closer to your hour movement goal a day, okay? When I wash the car, I like to do some squats and jumping jacks to really get my movement in. I don't like to go to the gym, so I need to be outside and moving. So chores is a good way for me to get my movement goals in and clean up around the house. Sporting activities, which most of you play. Bicycling. Anybody know how much you have to bicycle to burn 150 calories?
20, 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Good job. Water aerobics like Zumba in the water. Okay, there's lots of different water aerobics that you could take. Usually older adults do the water aerobics. Anybody know how long?
15 minutes.
Another 30 minutes. Jumping rope. Jumping rope, it's low cost. You just need a jump rope. How much minutes do you think you had to burn 150 calories?
20 minutes.
15 minutes. So jumping rope is another high impact that you can burn the calories quicker. Playing volleyball is 45 minutes. Basketball, just the shooting the hoops. Okay, that's not even playing a full game. It's just shooting hoops. In 30 minutes, you can burn 150 calories and get you that much closer to your movement goal. Swimming laps is really good for you, 20 minutes. And then playing touch football is 45 minutes. So there's lots of different ways to get your movement in. It doesn't have to be just going to the gym or boot camp. You can do household chores. You can do sporting things, anything that you enjoy, okay? You need to make sure you enjoy these activities because you want to be able to do them. Tips to say, yep.
Question for you. Is it true that of all those activities you mentioned that swimming uses the most muscles? I think I heard that somewhere before, but wasn't really sure.
Yep, swimming uses the most muscles and it's the low impact on your body. Swimming is really great to get involved in because it's something that you can do at any age, okay? And being in the water makes you lighter, but you get a full workout. And Carly could probably talk to you about that because she swims for the high school and swimming is no joke, right, Carly?
It definitely works every part of your body. I can tell you that.
There's body parts that I don't think she knew about until she joined the high school swim team. And she's been swimming since kindergarten, but they really work you out. And they do land to strengthen their bones outside of the water. But swimming is great. Just make sure you know how to swim, okay? I'm not such a great swimmer, so that's not an activity that I'm going to make sure I do. But there's some things that you need to make sure you're safe, okay? So consult your doctor before a new exercise program. Begins with low intensity. Maybe keep a journal. So maybe you start off with 15 jumping jacks and then you work your way up to 50. Okay. Little goals is better than no goals. You don't want to go into it like I'm going to do 100 jumping jacks and then 15 jumping jacks into it. You just can't meet that. You're setting yourself up for failure. You want to start low goals and work your way up. Wear appropriate clothing and shoes is really important. Warm up and cool down. A lot of people don't want to do that. That's really important is the warm up. You want to make sure you warm your muscles up by doing some strengthening. And then you also want to bring the heart rate down afterwards by doing some deep breathing. Drink water, okay? When we're sweating, our body's releasing toxins and we want to make sure that we replenish our body so we don't get dehydrated. So drink. Pay attention to your surroundings at indoor and outdoor activities. Do not wear headphones blaring while you're riding your bike outside and not be able to hear the cars coming behind you.
I have another question for you.
Yep.
Because I see you drink water on there. People ask me all the time, and I don't really know the answer. They say eat something before you go jogging. Some people say eat after you come back. What's the real?
I think you just need to know your body. And eating something a little before or after it all depends on when your last meal is, because you definitely don't want to get lightheaded and sick. So know your body. If you haven't eaten anything in a while, don't start running 3-4 miles on an empty stomach, but maybe if you just ate lunch a little bit ago and you get home, you're going to burn a lot of calories. So you're going to be hungry. So then have something ready to snack on. And then a lot of people ask us about sports drinks. And unless you're like a true athlete, water is fine. Unless you're like, training for the Olympics and really burning a lot of calories and you need to replenish it with the electrolytes from the Gatorades or the sports drinks. But water will do you just fine. And the average adult wants to drink 64 ounces of water a day. So this here needs to be refilled twice. This is my water for a day, which is a lot of water that you have to drink.
What about those Monster drinks and those Red Bulls and things like that? I'm afraid of those.
Yeah, I'm not really for them either. I'm scared. They have too much caffeine in them, and I don't want my heart to pound any harder than it already does. Having a daily routine with physical activity may reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, certain types of cancer. It's really, really important and really great for your body to move. Be active. Aim to spend 1 to 2 hours a day in front of the screen. That's it. With online school, we're in front of the screen way too much. That's why it's important every once in a while to give yourself some shoulder rolls or some arm stretches or stand up and do some toe touches, because it's just not good for us to sit in front of the computer for all these hours and not move. Find activities that you enjoy. Maybe it's not that you're lazy. Maybe you just haven't found what works for you. Okay, because once you do, you'll want to do it. So we just started bike riding with the kids. And so they forced me to bike ride 2 to 4 miles on the weekends. And it's something that we all can do. We like it. We're outside, and it's not like a chore. It's something that's enjoyable, and we want to get out there. Get social, which is kind of hard right now, but you can, during this time, try to, like, if you ever wanted to try Zumba, there's lots of like virtual Zumba classes that you could take. And then find an accountability partner always helps you. Someone that can encourage you, as well as, work out with you, whether it be in person or virtual. And working out doesn't have to be going to the gym, which you can see. You can walk, you can hike, you can do lots of different things. All right, this is for my friend that's in the car, hopefully not driving, but we're gonna do some physical activity, okay? We're gonna start off with some chair movements and then work our way up to standing. All right, friends, don't make me do this by myself. Carly and Grace, I want to see you on my screen. I made both of my girls log in from another room to participate. All right.
Hey, no, no, no.
I'm Sienna.
No, no,
I'm Zion.
Hey, no, no, no.
Side to side arm rolls. Ready? Begin. Keep your arms moving. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. Amazing job. Keep it up. And
And
rest.
take a deep breath in through your nose. And blow it out. We're breathing in like air, breathing out the stair
We'll
there.
be doing out and in. Out, out, in. Ready? Begin. Keep it up. You got this. You're doing great. 10 more seconds. Keep it up. You're the best.
And take a deep breath in through your nose. And blow it out.
One more time. Ready? Begin. You're the best. Here's my blaster. You're amazing. You are strong. And rest.
And take a deep breath in. And blow it out.
Second time. Ready? Begin. Let's try to make it better than last time. Doing great. What's that I hear? You're awesome. Keep it up. And rest.
And take a deep breath in. And blow it out.
This workout is done.
Well, not really, not for you, it's not done, but you can do a lot just in your seat. You don't even have to get out of your seat, okay? So there's no reason why you can't take movement breaks throughout the day. Movement breaks help us to focus longer and do better in school. This is would you rather. So I'll be able to see what you would rather do based on your exercise. So stand up and join me for this one.
And those with your cameras off, I hope y'all back there working out. Get this exercise in.
Yeah. not making me do all the work. Okay, let's see. And if it requires you to get on the ground and you don't have the space, just modify the activity. So pineapples or bananas? Currently right now I have 3 bunches of bananas. So I guess- All right, let's see. Cucumbers or tomatoes? We'll go with cucumbers.
Cucumbers.
Oh, I think I like both.
Strawberries.
Jump me. Should be getting a little out of breath by now. All right, celery or carrots?
Celery.
All right. Mango or oranges?
Oh man, that's tough.
Well, based on the exercise, I'm gonna do oranges. All right. Peas or sweet corn?
Sweet corn.
I'm with you with that. Watermelon.
Watermelon it is. Had some yesterday.
low impact. This is high impact. Now I'm going to show you moderate impact. All right. Since we were supposed to have Zumba, we're going to do this Follow the Leader song.
The room is on fire. Follow the leader, leader, follow the leader. Follow the leader, leader, follow the leader. Follow me. Follow the leader, leader, follow the leader. Follow the leader, leader, follow the leader. Hands up, down, up, down, yeah. Up, down, up, down. Everybody now, put one hand in the air. One hand in the air. And we come from left to right. Watch this. Left, right. Come on. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. Two more time, two more time. Left, right, 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 left. Follow. Follow the leader, leader, follow the leader. 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 Come on now, jump for the left, jump for the right, jump for the left, jump for the right. Everybody, jump for the left, jump for the right, jump for the left, jump for the right. Now clap and wave. Come on, clap and wave. Clap and wave. Come on, clap and wave. Everybody come. Follow the leader, leader, follow the leader. 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 Now repeat after me. You're repeating after me. Everybody repeat after me. Watch me. Say I love soca. I love soca. 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 Now somebody, anybody, everybody scream. Follow the leader, leader, follow the leader. 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 On four, we gonna jump and wave. On four, we gonna jump and wave. Let me go. One, get ready to jump. Two, get ready to jump. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump and wave. Jump and wave. Jump and wave. Everybody jump, 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 jump and wave. Jump and wave. Jump and wave. Jump, 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 sing. Follow the leader, leader, follow the leader. 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 And freeze.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Take a deep breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Feel your heart rate now. It should be beating a lot faster. So that means our heart is working. Perfect. Anybody have any questions?
Whew.
So we want to be active, okay? If we're a young adult, adolescent, or child for 60 minutes each day, older adults only have to do 30 minutes 5 times a week, which still is a lot.
So is physical activity, does that include things like chi and yoga, some of the things that are
Yeah.
a little
Yep,
Yeah.
physical activities, chi, yoga, any sports, anything that requires your body to use energy and it's outside the normal routine. So mowing the lawn, okay, walking up and down steps, chi, yoga, okay, there's just different intensities. Some are low impact, some are mild, and some is vigorous. And you want to make sure you're getting, a combination of all of the exercises throughout the week. Your muscles strengthening your bones, okay, cardio for the heart. And you also want to make sure you're eating healthy too. You don't want to do all this 60 minutes of working out and then afterwards, get a milkshake and some fries and a burger. I want to try to eat healthy as well. And take care of that heart.
You messed me up. I was thinking about that strawberry milkshake till just now.
So sorry. We want to, we want to take, we only get, well, most of us only get one heart. So let's take as good care of it as we can. So keep moving and make sure you move with friends. You know, it's easier when you do something outside. You know, if I ride a spin bike in the house, I sometimes get lazy because I know I just can get off and go upstairs to the living room. But if I ride my bike outside, once I start riding, I then have to turn around and come back. So I'm more likely to be more physically active outside than inside the house.
Is there such thing as too much exercise?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything, you know, anything is bad for you in too much form. So you want to make sure you're doing everything in moderation. And if something begins to hurt, you want to stop immediately and find out why it's hurting. Okay. Do you not have enough water? Okay. Did you not stretch beforehand? Okay. So absolutely. You don't want to push your bodies to extreme. That's why you want to start off with low goals and then slowly work up. If you're not used to working out on a daily basis, start off with 15 minutes and every day add 5 minutes until you're up to that 60-minute mark. Don't just gung ho start off with 60 minutes of, you know, vigorous activity, because it's just not good for your body. You're going to shock yourself.
Now, Miss Christina, a lot of people say, oh, I go outside, but they'll go outside and then they'll go sit down on park benches. Does that count?
No, and neither does, you know, being real active in the video games. Unless you're actually playing tennis on the Wii, your fingers might be moving, but they're not moving fast enough for your body to get physical workout. Just because your character's jumping through Fortnite doesn't mean that you're getting a workout. Just because you're watching people walk in the park from sitting on the bench doesn't mean you're getting a workout. You'll know if your body's getting physical activity because your heart rate will start to go up. You may start to sweat and you'll start to lose your breath. There are signs that you're being physically active.
What are some health problems that you can suffer from by not exercising?
So a lot of things has to do with your weight. So a lot of people are overweight. So exercise can help us with that, help us to maintain a healthy weight. Okay, type 2 diabetes can also help with exercising, some cancers. So there's lots of benefits from exercising.
That's a really good question too.
That is a good question. And in the video, we saw that our heart is the biggest muscle in our body, and you need to work that muscle. The more you work your muscles, the stronger they become. So exercise actually works your heart muscles. So, but like Mr. Washington said, you got to be careful too. Like if you're doing a workout and you can't catch your breath after a couple deep breaths in, you want to stop and find out maybe that's not the exercise that you want to do for your body. Maybe just not at that point in time, because you should be able to catch your breath. It shouldn't be to the point where like you're really struggling to breathe. And if you adopt habits now with being active, as you get older, you'll most likely keep those habits. So it's really important that you find something you like now, you know, being young teenagers or young adults, and then carrying that on in your adulthood. So basketball, anything. And then too, like, you know, involve your family members, because when you guys do it together, you're more likely to stick to a healthy routine and diet when everybody does it together. But great questions. Anything else? And whoever's coach gives them a different kind of routine, that's good. We saw that. That's probably why he's doing it. He's giving you a mixture of strength training along with bone strength and cardio.
No, Miss Christina, for older people, is there specific exercises that they should be doing?
So older people might have a little bit less flexibility than the younger kids. So they want to make sure that the doctor clears them to do anything physically active. And older adults, they have to only do 30 minutes 5 times a week. So that might be walking, and it all depends on the person, because I don't want to say that they're restricted for anything, because some older people than me are more fit than I am. So it all depends on what their body can do and what it's used to being doing. So if, you know, they're used to running 5 miles a day at 30, they still may be able to run the 5 miles a day at 50 or 60. And as long as they can do it, no one's going to tell them not to. You just don't want to hurt yourself. But no, there's no exercise that's like, oh, only older adults can do this or younger people. Okay. But sometimes if you have limitations, like some older people do, or maybe if you broke an arm or a leg, you can just modify things so that you're doing your exercises in your chair. Okay, so maybe chair yoga, okay, or if you have an injury, you want to make sure you work around your injury. So like if you have a broken arm, you don't want to lift weights. Maybe you want to work on your legs.
And sometimes that's tough. Like you said, like sometimes if there's a pain in a certain part of your body, some people tell you need to stretch it out. Some people tell you, no, you just need to wait until it heals and then stretch it out. You know, what are your thoughts about that?
I think you just need to know your body. And is it that you didn't stretch it out, or is it a pain that your body's saying, hey, you need to get this checked out? So knowing your body is really important. Okay, so if the pain is consistent, then I think you need to get it checked out and looked at. Now, if you find a stretching does help it, then maybe it's not as serious, but definitely know your own body and make sure you stay hydrated. A lot of people don't realize this, but your body doesn't know the difference between hunger and thirst. So a lot of times when you think you're hungry, you're actually thirsty. So you want to make sure that you have lots of water in your system, because your body is made up of 75% water. It's in our saliva, it's in our blood. Okay, so you want to make sure you drink lots of water throughout the day. Okay, like I said, 64 ounces. How many people think that they drink that much water in a day? It's a lot of water. And drinking water will also help your joints because they'll be lubricated throughout your body with the water. So water is really important for us.
Does it matter whether it's tap water or spring water?
Just drink whatever is clean and as close to free as possible. It has to just be clean water to drink. Clean, safe water. So.
And although it's not particularly physical activity in this sense, but even with the movement breaks, there was rest between it. How important is rest, even outside of exercise?
Rest is really important. You need to make sure that when you rest, your body is refueling, growing, and repairing. So you want to make sure you do rest. You should be able to get at least 8. They say anywhere from 8 to 10 hours of sleep at night. Most people don't get that, but rest and sleep is really important. Is drinking too much water bad? So you're right, Kyle. Sometimes people drink way too much water, okay, an excessive amount of water. But if you they have to drink gallons and gallons of water for it to be dangerous. 64 ounces or a little over that won't hurt you, but you're right. There was college kids, I think, that died because they drank too much water. It was a big thing, but they were chugging water, and they were losing sugar and salt out of. I think it's salt that they lose out of their body, which is dangerous. That's a good question. But the amount of water we're going to drink is not going to measure up to dangerous levels. If you can hit 64 ounces of water a day, it's not going to hurt you.
And now that summertime is coming, what's your recommendation or your thought process on what's too hot, outside? Or I know you still say have to be hydrated, but what are some good activities to do in the summertime since you're going to be outside even more?
Right. So in the summertime, when it is hot, you definitely do want to drink more, and you want to be careful. Maybe doing things in the early morning before it gets too hot, or later in the afternoon when it starts to cool down, taking walks. Okay. Because you don't want to be out in the heat with a strenuous activity because it can be dangerous. So know your body again, drink water, and try to go out during, not those high peak sun times. So when the sun's going down, maybe that's when you want to take your family walk. Maybe that day you want to stay inside and just put on some YouTube music and do a dance party in the AC. So it really all comes back to knowing your body and finding out what's safe for you. I definitely don't recommend in 103 weather going out for like a 15-mile bike ride unless you're used to doing that.
Anyone else have any questions or any thoughts about physical activity?
No, I don't.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful rainy Saturday. You forced me to be moving, which is a great thing. Now I only have to get 45 minutes more movement to meet my hour goal for the day.
Cool. And I have a challenge question for those who cameras are not on. Did you work out at all during our workout today? Now I was on camera, I was getting it in and I felt it. All right, Kyle, I did.
Excellent,
Carl.
Rich. Excellent, Rich. Yes, I did. Yes, I did get exercise in. So,
I heard my
Yeah,
girls
I did too.
exercising because they sounded like they were coming through the ceiling. So I knew they were jumping around up there.
We were definitely doing it, practicing those concert jumps for The Weeknd and Justin Bieber.
Okay.
Woohoo. What about, would you say not there?
I said I got some in too. Some work.
Okay. How about you, Kyle?
I didn't get no work in.
We need to put you out on video. Sometimes when you do it as a group and you have to take accountability by showing yourself, you're more likely to move.
Oh no. Wait, you're talking about today. I did the chair exercises. I didn't do the other ones though.
All right, I'll take it. The chair exercises. Some physical activity is better than none. So that's a
And I
huge
watched
step,
the
Kyle.
shoes, so do they help with the arms?
All right. Some is better than none. So awesome job, Kyle. And it's good to be honest with yourself too. Don't say, I'm going to go to the park and I'm going to take a walk and then sit on the bench and watch everybody else and then come home and say, oh, I worked so hard today. What, people watching? You know, the people that get all these expensive workout gear and the sneakers, and then they don't even use it. You don't need anything fancy, just some shoes and some clothing, and go outside and just walk.
All right, so I have a challenge question for you guys, but I'm going to ask Brandon to share just a couple of announcements, and then I will ask that challenging question to you right afterwards. Matter of fact, I'll give you some time to think because I want you to be honest. So after you heard about our physical activity today, and if you are a little short on completing a certain amount of time with physical activity, what is your commitment on a day-to-day basis of physical activity? Whether it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, what are you going to try to do from this point on, right after we share a few announcements? Brandon, you ready?
Yes, sir. Oh, I gotta go off memory.
Hey, yeah, remember I'm on my iPad. You want me to help you out?
Nah. Okay. All right. So, yeah, help me out. I'm spaced out today. I need help.
All right. Well, the first one you can talk about, of course, is the support and joining BET.
Okay. All right. So if you guys enjoy BET Talk, hold on, no, that's not enough energy. Hold on. All right. So if you guys enjoy BET Talks, you want to see more of it, and you like, well, you can't see me right now if you like hearing my voice. If you like watching BET Talks and enjoy what we say and our conversations, and you want to figure out, if you say to yourself constantly, you know, you'd be like, I wish there was a way I could support these people. Well, look no further, because as we say every week on BET Talks, all you have to do is go over to our either our website on at mybtfamily.com, click donate, and either use your debit or PayPal right there, or you can go to by using Cash App. You can go to cashapp.com. Well, go on Cash App, because I know y'all got Cash App if you live in Philly. Go on Cash App, click $ mybtfamily, and right there, just donate however much you see fit, and you know, support us right then and there. And if you guys thinking to yourself, you know, I don't really have enough to donate to BET, look no further, because I know that y'all be using Amazon. All right, I say this every week, and it's kind of like annoying that you guys be like, no, I don't use Amazon, and then right afterwards y'all go buy a new pair of shoes, because I know y'all be on Amazon. Yeah, don't even lie. They behind the cameras, behind the screens right now, and they smiling because they know it's true. But yeah, all you gotta do is go into Amazon, go over to your settings, go to programs, and click Amazon Smile. Type in My BET Family, And then right then and there, you're already set up. Once you make a purchase. Oh my God, purchase. Once you make a purchase, all it does is take a little bit of what you paid for. Never changes the price. All it does is just take a little bit off of the top and gives it to us so we can make more programs, not just BET Talks, but also the things that we do during the summer, which also might be coming up.
All right, cool. What about our male mentorship program?
All right. Our male mentorship program has been going on for a couple of weeks now, and there's a couple of members on it right now. And I can say for one, it's a good experience to be able to be surrounded by, other like-minded people and be able to talk with other male figures, especially nowadays, because a lot of times we don't really know what to do in this new time. So if you just want to get some guidance and some wise words, join our male mentorship program. It won't take them much time. It's every Wednesday. And if you just want to be able to talk to other people, because I know that a lot of people are just seeking for a little bit of company from others. So just join us on our male mentorship program.
And it's on our BET Helps link, which takes us to our next announcement. BET Helps will be coming to a close soon. What's that?
Uncle Rich, you lost connection.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me? BET Helps, the tutoring program.
All right. We can hear you now.
All right. Keep talking about the BET Helps tutoring program.
All right. So everybody, BET Helps has been going on, I guess you could say, for what isn't most of the year?
I think it started maybe in December, January.
Yeah, so pretty much most of the school year. BET Helps has been helping many kids over on this tutorship program. And what we've been doing is we've been getting kids that just need some help in their school work, or just need some help because they are struggling with this new online and virtual learning. So if you notice that you or someone is struggling with their schooling, or even if you just want to help out with these last couple of weeks if school comes to a close, make sure you let me or Mr. Rich know so we can get you connected. So we can get you hooked up on our BET Helps program.
Gotcha. And two people we want to highlight, both Arlo the Alligator and Mr. Nakia.
All right, so everybody, Mr. Nakia has his own program. As you know, he's better known as I forgot what his character name was on Black Lightning. Dang, listen, I no offense, Mr. Nakia, but if you know the annoying person that was on Black Lightning, listen, I hated his character. All right, listen, y'all know what I'm talking about. Mr. Nakia, he's an awesome person, but his character, man, he sucked. But anyway, if you are interested in getting some acting lessons, listen, Mr. Nakia is your guy. He has been in so many different movies. He was in Split, Pipeline. I gotta write the movies down because it's a lot of movies and I can't remember them all. My memory is limited. As you can see, I need help just memorizing some of these commercials that I've been doing every week, all year, every single Saturday. So that says something. But yeah, Mr. Nakia has his own program called I Can X, and their goal is just to help out. Local students in Philadelphia learn how to act. If you're interested in being into some TV shows and getting your name out there, they're the people you want to come to. If you're saying to yourself, I want to go to Kappa and I want to be an actor and all this, but then you go to do your monologue in a mirror and you say to yourself, oh man, that ain't it. That you go right to Mr. Nakia, I guarantee you're going to see improvement in the next couple of weeks. So go get connected with him. And if you at iconx.com, and if you can't get connected to him directly, all you got to do is contact Mr. Rich, which leads me to my next thing. Go over to mybtfamily.com. And right on mybtfamily.com is our mission of our program. Everything that you need to know about My BET Family is right over there. And we're getting it set up to make it look real nice and real. And update it because I can't remember the last time. I think it's older than me. So yeah, go over there and check it out. And if you want to shoot Mr. Rich an email or get connected with him and you just don't know how to, all his information is also over there. So yeah. And also go follow us on Instagram. We're on everywhere. All right. I'm not even going to go through the list of social media platforms. All right. We even on YouTube. We about to listen, Snapchat coming soon. Just look us up on any type of social media platform. And I guarantee you're going to see my BT family. All right. Just look us up. All right. We're there. I guarantee we're there. If you don't find us, you didn't look hard enough. And is there anything else, Uncle Rich?
We're just still supporting Arlo the alligator.
Oh, okay. Listen, Michael Woodard, he's been making us proud since day one. All right. First, he was on American Idol. Then he made his top 5. Listen, I don't care what nobody says. Everybody on there was talented, but if you ask me, Michael should have won. But but listen, I don't count his blessings short because he has become his own. It has become a Netflix sensation. All right, I can't even say it's been up there for how many weeks now? It's been up there since April, right?
Yeah, about 4 weeks now, maybe.
Yeah, and if you haven't watched it yet, then you're late because I guarantee you. Don't ask them, but I all your friends have watched it. Don't ask them though because they might not tell you the truth. But I promise you they watched it, so you might as well watch it too. But go see it; it's really good.
What's the name of it again, Brandon?
Arlo the alligator.
There you go, Arlo the alligator. All right, we challenge you. All right, so now back to you guys in terms of physical activity as Miss Christine closes us out. Nadir, Brandon, Kyle, Carly, anybody, what's your commitment to physical activity from this point on? You see how important it is. Maybe you're already in it, maybe you're not. So I want each of you to share your closing thoughts on physical activity and what your commitment is.
I'll go first. My commitment to physical activity would just be to keep playing sports and keep practicing and making sure I stay in shape.
All right, thank you.
My commitment is to keep washing dishes and getting these arms together.
There you go.
My commitment is to stay in sports and just make sure I do all the chores my mom tells me to do.
And you're going to teach your mom how to swim.
Yes, I will. I don't think her doggy paddle is cutting it.
All right, Brandon, you got it.
My commitment to staying active is getting active. I go outside, and I know I said it first about the person that goes outside and sits on the bench. I'm that person, so I'm gonna start walking around.
All right. So, Miss Christine, if you could share just some closing thoughts, just a summary of what we talked about and what you shared with us today. And Brandon, afterwards, we'll thank you again for joining us and sign everyone out.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. The most important thing is some physical activity is better than none at all. Okay. Everybody's got to start somewhere, 10 minutes and work your way up to the 60 minutes. Okay. Children and young adults want to get 60 minutes a day. Okay. 7 days a week. Older adults need 5 days a week for 30 minutes. Make sure you give yourself a combination. Okay. Moderate to vigorous activities with some strength training. Your body, the more you use muscles, the stronger they become. So your heart is a muscle. So the more you work it out, the stronger it will be. And you saw how beneficial it was because it just pumps blood everywhere, and your heart is this amazing muscle that needs to be worked out. And you can always do no cost activities. Okay. Just walking is good for you.
All right. Thank you, Miss Christine. And you got it, Brandon. Give us some closing remarks and some thank yous and send everybody off on a good note.
Okay, everybody. I thank you all for coming on our very educational take on BET Talks this week. I'm glad that I got to see a lot of you all, and I'm glad that a lot more of you will be able to watch this show after the fact. Thank you for most of you, if not all of you that are watching now, watching every single week. And I hope you all stay safe because, it has been, these past couple of weeks has been very interesting. So make sure you all stay safe, and we'll make sure to keep you in our prayers because all of you are a part of our BT family. So thank you, Miss Christine, for coming on here and being a supporter of BT. And thank you, Uncle Rich, just for giving all the kids on here a platform just to be able to speak their mind. And I hope to see all of you next week on